Okay.
Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Alex. And to the listeners, welcome back for our 4th episode.
The Halloween show.
The Halloween show. And coming from...
Transylvania? No. From Serbia?
We have Milos and Drasko visiting us as aka Sideform, who are going to be presenting some of their new tracks from their upcoming album. Super exciting to hear it.
Hey guys, it's great to be here and super excited to play some more tracks and to spend this radio show time with you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
gonna be cool. Well, to start out the show, we have a really awesome track, also by an artist who's coming out with an album relatively soon.
Yeah,
no release date yet.
We don't know.
Nick Tripswitch.
And it's future release.
Exactly, and the track is called
The Way Home.
And the album is called Vagabond, isn't it?
Vagabond.
There we go. Let's check it out. Let's get to it. What a nice, smooth way to start up the show, actually.
Nick is on the Sofa Beat ship, and if you want to know more about Sofa Beats and the artist there, please go to our Facebook site, Sofa Beats, or sofabeat.com, where you can find more info about all our artists and Nick Tripswitch.
Awesome. Yeah, and the last time we mentioned Nico. We actually, the last time he was here, the Sideform guys were also here, right?
Yeah. We met in the studio when you guys were doing the mixing and mastering stage, and it was super cool music and really, really nice.
Yeah,
looking forward to the album.
What a coincidence!
Yeah,
I actually forgot that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
Really organic, and
yeah, he's and that's the thing, because he's like known for more like ambient down tempo, like really kind of stuff, and now he's got this house persona, and you mentioned last time as well, you saw him at, was it a Boom or something he performed?
Yes, that's where I saw his first up-tempo performance.
Yeah, well, we're actually really close now to being finalized with the full album. So it's one of those things that we'll be dropping some more info as soon as we know more about deadlines and stuff.
And also on Sofa Beats, of course.
Also on Sofa Beats.
Yeah. This is The Way Home. Yeah, I think this track might be my favorite on the album, but I haven't heard all the tracks yet, so...
for me it is, without a doubt.
Yeah.
This, I mean, as the minute I heard it was the first track he put on, total magic, did not expect it, and just fell deeply in love with it.
Beautiful.
From the start, yeah.
So reminds me a bit of Deer Park in a way, but and okay, that's another story. But actually, I was sitting in a meeting with Nick when he came to visit us, and the cafe we were sitting on is called Dyrehaven, and Dyrehaven in Danish means Deer Park.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Just like that.
Come on, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This next track is Strongfellows. Strongfellows are from this neighborhood right here. It's called Vesterbro, where we're sitting at the Iboga Studio. And it's Max Tillin and Louis Sanaya. Louis Sanaya is not new on Iboga, but I'll keep that for later.
Yeah.
Check it out. Love Alone. Luis Anaya, before released on Iboga on my compilation called Danish Delights. As Just Inside, he made a track called This Is Your Party. And
This is your party.
This is your party.
Fancy a party.
Yeah. Also with also deep house with tripping melodies like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, super hypnotic stuff, man, and it's also actually one of my favorites from this compilation.
Which
the fact that it's got this
Deviations.
cool, groovy, the Glen C Guys Deviations release coming out soon.
The 3rd of November. Speaking about Hypnotic, check out their new track, Hypnotic Steps, that came out on Derek label. Produced by our fellow friend, Kimmy. Yeah. Smooth and deep and dirty. This next track is White Bear and Astropilot. Yeah.
What is who are these guys?
Astropilot is from
Siberia.
Yeah, from Russia.
From Russia, Siberia.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And White Bear is from Australia down under. Yeah.
What a mix, huh?
It's
Okay.
big mix, and the music is as well, because Astropilot is producing more ambient, and White Bear Psy bass. So this collaboration for these two genres, they made it
I
out
already like
quite
it with
good.
the sound.
That's deep.
Check this out.
It's heavy.
The name of his track is Time Architect.
Ooh, nice one.
Powerful.
Time Architect. So this track was started by Astropilot, and then White Bear took it and filled it in with some glitches and bass layers, as we know him. There is still no release date for this, but I can promise it will be in the end of the year. So for White Bear and Astro Pilot, welcome to Iboga Records. I'm really looking forward to release this in the end of the year. We are.
Very special stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to more of this kind of like soundscape, this industrial deep
slow
banging.
trance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always saw a future for it.
Yeah, well, you got good eyes for spotting this kind of thing.
you.
I gotta say. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
You got good eyes for what you're holding in the hand.
Come on, do it.
What is it we're holding in our hand? Actually, it's time to celebrate.
It's time to celebrate.
Yes,
so
sir.
Congratulations again, guys.
Thanks.
It's so fantastic that you guys. It's album number 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Album number 2. The name is Momentum, and it should be out in the end of the year. And we spent a year making it. We did 9 tracks, and really looking forward to present it to the world.
All the originals?
Yeah, everything. All the tracks are originals, and it's what Sideform is best known for. That's Psy-trance. You know,
Psy-trance.
all the way progressive Psy-trance, party music, and I think
this is the appropriate time to use the word banger, huh?
I think you should. I think you have the honors.
Here we go. Digital Fortress. So, Digital Fortress.
Yes.
What's that kind of a name?
We found a cool voice sample, so we were like, let's just name it like this. Let's use it, you know. And don't know, it's kind of cool. And
the track. Where is this track situated in the album? Is this like one of the first tracks?
Yeah, this is the opener. This is the opener.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, that's a strong opening.
Yes. Here comes the sample.
It's like pain.
Never locate recognizable word patterns and thus never know when it had found the proper key. The concept was somewhat like the idea of colonizing Mars, fathomable on an intellectual level, but at present, well beyond human ability. This code is the product of a brand new encryption algorithm, one we've never seen before. Digital Fortress, 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 fortress.
So this 303, is that from back from the childhood, or?
Yeah, something that we grew up on, this typical trance lead, and yeah, we were looking to implement it in what's up today in the music. And I mean, 303 never gets old, you know, it's gonna be top in the next 20 years.
It's a signature kind of sound for this style of music. I mean, you hear it and you're pretty sure at this BPM what's going on. But
Party
also
time.
the album in general, it's as far as I've understood, you're going back to your roots a little bit.
Yeah, that's the whole point. What we wanted to do, you know, like to make music we grew up on, and to make something that we really like love and enjoy, and yeah, bringing this old spirit back to the scene, you know.
That's one hell of an intro to an album, guys. That's really
welcome to Momentum.
Thanks.
Exactly. That's putting everybody.
Thanks,
in momentum.
man. Thanks.
Momentum with the good names.
How did the name Momentum come about? Who decided? Because I know from making music myself that it's like really hard thing to find names of, just let alone tracks.
Yeah.
So how did you tie this one together? How did?
Yeah, we were thinking a lot about it, and then we started talking like what is the thing that moves us, and when you translate this into laws of physics, the things that moves you is
they have a momentum.
It's the momentum, yeah. So it's sort of that, you know, we're on our way and we're not stopping, sort of.
Oh, loving it.
The name of this track is Shiva. 2015.
Yes.
So
Yes.
talking about names, that might be the name of the year.
Yeah.
Shiva 2015. I love looking at old covers, CD covers, and checking names out, but this one, best. There is just something about female Indian vocals, huh? Always works.
Yeah, it works, but it actually, you guys pioneered it with this in the beginning.
Especially when it's gated.
Yeah. Give me back those gated vocals.
And the memories.
So what was the idea behind bringing a 2015 version of this track back?
I think this track was probably the best one from our first album, and
Moving on.
Yeah. So we were thinking about it, and we decided that it should have a new updated version with the sound of the second album, and I think we pulled it off. It's different, and I think we pulled it up a notch from the first original
definitely
version.
did, man. Totally.
Thanks, man.
Nailed
Thanks.
that. Nailed it.
It was difficult, but we made it.
But you're very meticulous about your work as well. So yeah, you did. You really did nail it. Good stuff. And where's this going to be found on the album? Is this?
It's the closer.
This one is the closer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we played the opener and the closer for you guys.
Yeah.
So now I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
The next one's gonna be.
What's in the middle? Huh?
Is it also ethno?
I'm in the middle.
For sure.
We just got joined by Milos's partner from the project, Nikita. Nicola is also currently visiting Copenhagen. Actually, you guys have been here for like
17 days, I heard.
Yeah. It will be in total 17 days. It's,
before we're
on a mini Europe tour, and next Monday we go back.
Like in this country,
we went to
you need
Germany.
a visa for staying here 17 days.
Nah.
Talking about Danish policy.
No, you guys are all right, yo.
Yeah.
All right. The next track we're listening to right now is called Orbital Spin, and yeah, tell us some more about it.
Well, I think this is the first track that we did, and then we decided, okay, it's time for an album. Like, we were thinking, should we put it out as a single? Should we do an EP?
Yeah.
And then the overall decision was, okay, this is the starting point for the second album.
Okay.
And also the funny thing is, this track is somewhere in the middle of an album.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you had...
We have both ends and
and a little bit in the middle, so
yeah, definitely one of our favorites from the album.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Welcome, Nicola. Cheers, everybody.
Well, cheers.
Maybe too, guys.
Thanks for having us, guys. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
That's a banger right there.
So, I guess the thing on people's minds a little bit, just to get to know you a little bit better, is how did it start? How did you guys meet? What was the catalyzer?
We met on audio video engineering school. It just started very spontaneously.
Where?
In Belgrade, our hometown in Serbia. And it just started very spontaneously. We was sharing some knowledge in the studio, you know.
Seriously, like, so you guys, what is the
You
odds
knew
of
each other
meeting-
from before?
No, we met on the
school.
Yeah, at the school.
What are the odds of like two audio engineering producers interested in Psy music?
Man, three.
Seriously?
Three?
I met him
Yeah.
also at the same time.
Yeah, in
Nicola, yeah.
in Serbia, Psy-trance music is pretty popular, and I don't know. For all of us, it was a big passion to get to know more about the sound, and you know, to learn about new techniques, new things that can inspire us. So
Basically how to mix and how to manipulate sound and everything.
Yeah, and actually I met Rasko in high
yeah,
school.
we know each other from high school, man.
Actually feel the earth turn, not just imagine it.
Basically, we meet up and play each other what we learn and produced by the time.
Yeah.
And we liked each other's techniques and sound signatures and whatever.
Did you have like favorite artists that you shared interest in?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah.
course,
I
of
mean,
course.
we grew up at the time when the golden era of full-on was blooming in
Like
Belgrade.
2002, 3, you know, this was sort of our thing.
Give us some artists. Who?
It was, let's say, Asterix, Silicon Sound. It was also Freck.
Infected Mushroom from the
early days.
Earlier days, yeah. Yeah, and my personal Spade is awesome. Vibe Tribe, Ananda Shake.
My favorite Malaysia.
Yeah,
So,
he's in Malaysia.
yeah, you know, the old school, not really old school, but yeah, this first
they're
wave of
also-
full on 2001, 2002.
I mean, the first.
this is how we got into the music.
Yeah, first Psy-trance act that every trancer in Serbia heard of was Astral Projection.
Yeah.
So this is the first dude.
Contact.
So
First contact, yeah.
Mahadeva
Yeah.
inspired you to
Yeah,
Shiva
actually Kabbalah.
Yeah, I always say about,
Kabbalah.
you know,
Kabbalah.
That was one of
Yeah.
my girls.
Kabbalah was the first track I heard from them, yeah. And afterwards, Shiva Shidapu, the power of Celtics, because at the time I was also into this kind of Irish
Really?
I was
pop
into
music,
Leprechauns.
you know?
Yeah, like my Goldfield, like Tubular Bells kind of stuff. Or
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you for joining in the show. And see you again on Saturday.
Yes.
For the Iboga and Friends party at KB18.
That's true.
We'll start at midnight. I think you'll play around 3, 4.
That's the
But
perfect timing.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Rakia.
Oh, no way, man. No way, man.
Okay.
No way.
Thanks for
No
having
way.
us, guys. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Looking
It was fun.
forward
The pleasure
to-
is on our side. Iboga
Yeah,
side.
thanks.
You say they're like not, just like they're not here anymore. They've been here from the beginning of the show. And then, like, we're like, all right, it's time to leave.
Yeah. Now this is the door,
Yeah, yeah,
you guys
yeah,
just
so,
piss off.
We were in such a good mood, and he's just like, yeah, well, Alexander from Iboga Radio. so now it's time to leave, guys.
That's so funny.
All right, well, let's introduce what's going on. What's going on?
Sun Kite, Influx. What's going
Okay.
on?
And this is from the album that was released earlier this year
Yeah. On a vinyl.
on a vinyl, also on CD,
Pledge Music campaign. Yes. And
and it was a huge
digital.
success, actually, right, as well.
Yes. Everything was sold out on 14 days.
Yeah, I was sitting with Marcus and Sebastian when they were signing the
Yeah. I have one right here.
yeah
Actually. Prisma.
yeah.
Very beautiful record. And I have one at home.
Yeah.
as well that I would like to dedicate to the person that comes with the best track idea for our next show. But it must be classic.
Oh, old school.
Old school. Okay,
Iboga
so
release.
if you have an old release you want to hear in the show, I'd like to send you...
Put it in the comments section on the SoundCloud or on YouTube.
And
we'll go through them, and we will hand out or you will hand out one of your records.
I will.
Wow.
And Influx from Kite, Sebastian and Marcus from southern Sweden. This
Geniuses.
track can also be found on the Tupilak compilation that also came out earlier this year, which is dedicated to the Inuits in Greenland. So please go buy it, and let's support the Inuits in Greenland to keep the North Pole safe from oil and all that
jazz.
Yeah, enjoy. No doubt these two men knows how to produce music hardware-wise.
It's definitely it's produced as you say with a lot of hardware, and they have a lot of dedication towards analog stuff. I was talking with Marcus about it. Even the studio lighting is back to, they've like removed all of this LED kind of light.
Yeah, to get
yeah,
how do you say?
Just light bulbs, you know, like analog, old school light bulbs, and Yeah, and they can.
It's healthy. It's healthy not to go with all this LED stuff.
Yeah. It's a completely different ambience. It really is. So, and once he said it, it sort of made sense as well. So, guess who changed their light bulbs at home?
I know that. I know that B. Svensson also want to produce music like this. Like use a lot of. He recorded a lot of fire and a lot of ice melting and a lot of earth crackling stuff, and it's just. It does something to the crowd.
It does.
It must go direct in when it is organic.
That's what she said.
Okay. We are.
That one was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's natural, it's natural.
Yeah. No, but really, what to say about song Kite?
Like the reason
they're like pioneers.
The first live act I saw where they just weren't, spinning vinyls or whatever. Because I was used to the trance scene when this was pretty much the norm.
Yeah.
And then these guys came along with like these huge analog mixers and MIDI violin and I didn't even know the science behind it.
Yeah,
but it just absorbed me completely. I was hooked, completely hooked. Back from Colors.
And if you want to get hooked, go watch their Minilog video
on
Vimeo. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
They go into the production details as well of the hows and nows.
Nice interview.
But also into the philosophy behind who they are and what they do.
This was Sun Kite in Flux. In our last show, we introduced Rocky because he came out with his new album,
Conflict of Rhythm,
the 12th of October, which was Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this will be the end of the show, the last track. So guys, thank you for...
It was a pleasure, guys. Thanks for having us. We had so much fun and
really fun, man.
Yeah, we had super fun.
This was the first time we
ever did a radio show.
Yeah.
We could do it more often, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you guys. No, all right. That's
no.
There you go.
It's the first time for us to do a radio show, and it's super fun. And I think this is going to be your best show.
More,
sure.
Thank you for making it. This is Rocky Conflict of Rhythm, out on Iboga Records, Beatport, now. Very nice to hear Rocky from this side.
A lot of there's a lot of sensual stuff going on right here, huh? They give me that look.
I couldn't hear what you said.
You want to dance?
I want to dance. Huh? Oh, Miloš wanna dance.
Yeah.
Oh, I always wanna dance.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Unfortunately, my GoPro is not loaded with battery, but
He already pulled off the moves, man, in the middle of one of their tracks.
Yeah. That was epic.
There's no one who can beat him. Last weekend we were at the Elements party in Copenhagen, massive party, and I'm told.
Thank you, bartender.
Yeah.
What was up with those whiskeys? That's like, oh god damn it,
Eleanor
man.
about it, and she was like, oh yeah, and then she sort of challenged you, and you sort of like totally dominated that dance off right there. There was a couple of other ladies who got the opportunity to do a dance off, and don't worry, Sanya, they're friends of mine, and it was like on a all good plan.
Yeah, I remember I had a really nice like waltz with Hannah.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah, but won it.
Yeah. He's the absolute winner of dance-offs in the universe.
Is Miloš,
and you can find that on Saturday at KB18, where Sideform will perform live. So please come join us. Remember to come very early because there will be a queue and it will be long, as always.
Yeah.
Plus, you can enjoy all the music if you come early.
Yeah, and you're gonna be playing?
I'm gonna be playing as well.
And I'm going to be playing.
Wow. Phony Orphans, Nanoplex.
So there we are.
That's a good one, huh?
We're really looking forward to hear presenting also a lot of new material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, hope you had enjoyed the show.
And again, please feel free to comment or share the bejesus out of this show.
Yeah.
Get it out there, and we're really looking forward to hear some feedback as well. And remember to put your track, a favorite old classic track, and we will be playing it.
And I will send my vinyl.
There you go. Thanks a lot, guys.
Nice.
Boom.
Bye.
Boom, boom.
This is your host, Alexander.
Descroix.
And
Martin Weiss.
peace.